everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and today I wanted to come through and give you all a little bit of an update as to what's up in my life. You know, I took a little bit of a hiatus off of the internet and I got a lot of messages from you all asking me if I was okay, where am I, what's going on, are you coming back? And I just wanted to give you all an update and kind of an explanation as to why I took a break, especially after Vlogmas, because I was posting very regularly. You all were loving the content, and then all of a sudden MIA, no post for basically a month. So I took some notes to try to express what I was going through, but you know, this is really gonna be an off the cuff, straight from the heart type video, and I just want to share with you all what I've been dealing with, you know. So first things first, I have to say that old Marion got me, okay? And it was something that just hit me all of a sudden, and I didn't even know what I was feeling until I was feeling it. It was such a weird experience, but I'm so glad to say that it only took me about 2 days to recover physically from it, but mentally that's a whole nother story, because not only did I get on Marion, my grandparents did too. And that was the scary part, because they are older, they are in their mid 70s, and when it got on them, you know, and I'm saying got on them, I'm being funny, but honestly the situation was not funny. It really took a toll on them, and I'm so glad that it didn't go so far left to where they weren't able to be rehabilitated, but I'm glad that it happened the way that it did and I was there, because my grandparents don't live in the same city as me. I was actually visiting for the holidays and my grandparents got it and actually gave it to me. Oh my gosh, they felt so bad, but I was glad that I was there because I was able to help and basically nurse them back to health, because that was an entire ordeal. I don't know if you all keep up with the news and how all of these variants are going, but basically this variant is milder. But because my grandparents are of senior citizen age and you know they have everything that they are supposed to have, triple boosted and all that good stuff, it still hit them and it took a lot of their energy. So I was able to help them rehabilitate, make sure that they weren't overdoing it, because my grandparents are very active people, very active. They only are not as active in the past year or so just because there's nowhere to go, but even still they do everything for themselves. So to see them have fevers and basically just get the wind knocked out of their sails and not have energy was really heartbreaking, and it took a big toll on me mentally. And that has been something that was one of my biggest fears since this whole panini started. And I always just hoped, I'm like, I hope my grandparents don't get it, I hope they don't get it. And they ended up getting it, but thankfully they are better. But I stayed with them for the entire month of January basically to make sure that they were better, because I'm making sure that they have their vitamins, I'm making sure that they have anything that they need. You know, like I said, I was healed in like 2 days basically, but I definitely did my quarantine period and I didn't go anywhere during the time frame where I was supposed to stay in the house, and they did too. But even still then, it's like they took a little bit longer to recover just because they had fatigue. So thankfully they are doing so much better. But honey, when I say that was a scary time, because you just don't know how your body is going to react to this, because everybody is different, and I just didn't know what to expect, because this, like I said, happened very suddenly, and one day we're running around having all our energy and the next day everybody's just like, I don't know, a shell of our former selves. So it's very scary, and that was just kind of like the cherry on top, where I was like, I have to sit down somewhere, because y'all know I had a rough end to 2021. You know, it was a lot of things going on, and I am a private person. I will share some things, but I don't talk about everything that goes on in my life. But y'all know the end of 2021 was pretty rough for me, because y'all know that we lost Mel. So that was a lot in and of itself, and just getting through the holidays, and then to come out on the other side after New Year's at the beginning of the year and be dealing with something like that. You know, I was like, you know what, I cannot focus on anything else besides my health and the health of my loved ones. And I know that choosing not to edit and not to post, it would take a huge hit on my YouTube channel, But honestly, I didn't care, because when it comes down to it, I have to know that my loved ones are okay. And because I'm able to do that and take the time off, because I am an entrepreneur and I work for myself, it's not to the benefit of my business, but I have to make sure that my people are okay, because if they weren't and I just was like trying to jump back in it just for the sake of doing YouTube, running back home, then I would never forgive myself if something had happened to them when I know that I could have stayed and helped. So that's why I took the extended time to make sure that they were okay. And plus, like I said, mentally I was just drained, because I've not taken time off, honestly, to make sure that I'm okay and make sure that everything around me is okay in a long time. Even if I don't post for a few weeks or whatever on YouTube, because I know last year I had a few weeks, maybe I think in August or September when I was moving, and in October after the passing of Mel, where I just didn't post anything because it was a lot going on. And even though I wasn't working on camera, I still was working behind the scenes, because I always have a lot of stuff going on. So I've not truly taken a break in a very long time. I mean, I can't even really recall a time where I seriously took a break. And even still now, the break that I took, it wasn't a fun break. It was definitely an emotionally draining break that I needed to take to make sure that everybody was okay. But you know, I don't take time off for myself, and that is something that I need to be intentional about in 2022, because if you don't take the time off to make sure that you're good, your body's gonna take your time off, and you're gonna have a less fun, less relaxing time if you don't schedule time off for yourself and you let your body do it. Because once your body gets to the point where it's fed up with your BS, it's gonna shut you down. And I feel like I was getting to that point, so I just decided to just take a step back and come back and reevaluate what I needed to do. And I'm like, let me talk to y'all and just be real with you all for a moment, because it's just been a lot throughout the entire panini. You know what I'm saying? We gotta say that for YouTube's sake. But throughout the entire panini, my mental health has been a little sketchy, okay? Because I really mourn my past life. Honestly, I truly do, because my life now is nothing like how it used to be. I was a go type person. I always had somewhere to go, somewhere to be, and something to do. And I consider myself to be an introverted extrovert. So I like to go out when I like to go out and have fun and talk to people and meet people. And then, you know, if I choose to stay in, I like to stay in sometimes, but I still like to stay in and hang out with my friends and my family and just be around those that I love. So when the world shut down in 2020, that was really taxing on me, and I wasn't really happy with where I was. I didn't like my living situation, so we made plans to move, and that was in the works. So that was something that I was looking forward to in the midst of this, because it's like, what do we have to look forward to if we can't go anywhere? You know, you could just be appreciative and grateful that everybody is healthy and okay in your life. But it's like, what do you have to look forward to? You have to make small things. So that was something that I was looking forward to. But honestly, ever since I've moved, I haven't really been able to enjoy my living situation, just because it is not set up like how I want it to be still, because I don't have my furniture. And I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer, or, you know, just like, woe is me, because there's a lot of things going on in the world. And trust me, I know. I'm a person who is very grateful that me and my family were able to come out on the other side of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us are good. We are all fully restored to our health, and we have our energy back. So I'm so thankful for that. So I'm not here to harp and complain about little stuff, but I'm just telling you where I'm coming from and how I feel right now. I expected this process to go a certain way, and it didn't, so it has been a little bit disappointing. Honestly, the entire move has just been a lot, because I really haven't been able to sit back and relax and enjoy it because of the way that I moved. So the plan was that I was gonna slowly move certain things from one place to the next place and not feel so rushed. But what ended up happening is that the way that the movers and stuff were scheduled, they were so busy that I basically just had to move things in a rush, unlike what I planned on doing. So I had so much of my stuff over here and so much of my stuff over there, so it was kind of chaotic the way that I was moving. But I was like, you know what, that's not really a big deal. Let me just get out of the old place and come over to the new place and start to enjoy that. But because I didn't have my furniture, I got rid of a lot of the old furniture, and I was looking for my furniture to be delivered by, at the latest, early September. I never have gotten comfortable because I can't put my stuff away. Even today, it is the end of January. My stuff is still in boxes because I don't have my furniture, and I don't have an exact ETA of when it's coming, just because of the entire situation that we're going through now globally, and that is a hot mess. That was that. And on top of that, I didn't really go in depth about what all I was going through back then as to why I took a break, but it was a lot going on. So in addition to me moving, my mom also moved. And y'all know how close I am with my mom. Her moving is me moving, okay? So I was helping her get her stuff together. We're decorating stuff. You know, it's partly fun, partly stressful, because it's like moving to a new place. It's always that excitement of being able to decorate and stuff like that. So I'm FaceTiming her. I'm making sure that she's getting her stuff together, helping her. She had a storage room. I helped her clear that out. You know, no big deal. But you know, it still took the time and the energy to do that. So I'm helping her do that. And then I moved, okay? So that's why I was a little bit absent in September in general. And then y'all know at the end of September, Mel passed away unexpectedly. And when that happened, that just shut me down. And I made myself post something because I was just so overwhelmed with grief and sadness. And I don't want to cry right now, but honestly, like, it was a really sad time because I just wasn't expecting that. And hold on, I'm good. I wasn't expecting. And even if you are expecting it, still, when it happens, it still takes you by surprise and it still hurts the same. But I wasn't expecting that. And so that came out of completely left field for me, okay? So that just really was, it still is devastating. Grief for everybody looks different, and I'm still figuring out day by day. Every day is different. Okay, every single day is different. And you know, with us both being on YouTube, it was really hard for me to decide what I wanted to do, because every day when I got on YouTube, it was a constant reminder that she's not here, and I didn't have an escape. Okay, because I've always used YouTube as somewhere where I can come and just play and makeup and escape. And that's why I don't talk about a lot of other stuff going on, because I like to focus on what's fun and what's happy. Let's talk about makeup, you know, and that's what brings me joy. And when Mel passed away, I felt like YouTube was no longer an escape. It was somewhere that was sad. So I kind of pulled back a little bit, but I still made myself do it because I still do enjoy doing YouTube and connecting with you all and creating content, and that's a passion that Mel and I both shared. And I know if she were here, she would be like, girl, still do YouTube, still post your videos, like, what are you doing? And I just look at her and how driven she was, and even in her moments where she literally didn't feel well physically, she still was posting her videos, and that really was inspiring to me to continue going, even though my heart was broken that my friend had suddenly left. And the good thing is that a lot of the videos that I posted were videos that I had pre-filmed before she passed away. So that was good. And a lot of you all didn't catch on to that, because some people were like, oh my God, it's so good to see you in good spirits. So like, thanks, I filmed this 3 months ago. You know, and every day was different. Every hour was different. In the first few weeks when she passed away, I really couldn't bear to read my comments just because it was so heavy. But I do appreciate you all leaving those comments, because a lot of those comments were just sharing your love that you had for her. But I personally, even though I love and appreciate you all sharing them, I couldn't bring myself to read and comment back to all of those comments just because it was so hard. I mean, at one point, my boyfriend had to come take my phone away from me because I was crying so hard and so much. He was like, you know what, you probably need to take a break. Because, I mean, the comments were so beautiful about you all sharing and expressing your love, but also it's heartbreaking. And, you know, like I said, YouTube was a place of escape, and now I feel like it wasn't. And then with us being in a panini, I felt like I didn't really have my outside life, so I couldn't go do that. And then, you know, every now and again, I will go shop, make sure that I have my mask on and all this stuff like that. I stay away from a lot of crowds and stuff like that, but I will go into a Sephora or, you know, the mall, and I couldn't go there because Mel and I always used to shop together. That's my buddy, you know. And a lot of you all may not know that she's really my friend in real life. You know, we both do YouTube, but we're not YouTube friends. We were real friends and we hung out in real life all the time. So even going to my familiar stomping grounds, going to the mall, going to the stores was really difficult for me to do because everybody in there knew that I would come in there with Mel. So they're coming up to me crying, I'm crying. It's just like I felt like I couldn't go anywhere. It was just really hard. Like I said, I appreciate everybody showing love, but it was really difficult to read a lot of those comments. And I'm still processing that she's not here. I honestly am, because when I was making my Christmas list, I wrote down her name. Wasn't even thinking about it, just wrote down her name. I stared at that paper for 10 minutes after I wrote it down. I was like, oh my gosh, she is not here. You know, it's just certain things like that that just kind of catch me off guard. And it's just, you know, one of those things where I'm not gonna get over it. I just have to figure out how I'm gonna navigate every day, how I'm gonna navigate the internet, and figure out what my new normal is again. Because I felt like I had kind of figured it out after my life got flipped upside down with the panini. I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is my everyday. And then it got flipped upside down again, and I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna try every single day. And then it got flipped upside down again. But thankfully, this time, we had a good outcome, which I'm so thankful for. But still, I just had to take a break. I think I was telling y'all about back in September how chaotic my schedule was. And then I kind of got on a tangent. Okay, so my mom moved. I moved. My mom got married. So I was helping her plan her wedding. It was a small, very intimate gathering, but still, we planned it because we wanted it to be cute. So like, I'm helping her with all the details because I am the detailed planner in the family. So my mom got married on a Saturday, right? And Mel's memorial was on a Sunday. So I couldn't really celebrate my mom the way that I wanted to because the next day I had to leave and travel 4.5 hours to get to Mel's memorial. So that was very taxing, okay? Very, very taxing. And all that went into play as to why I did not post as much in September and October. And I kind of toyed with, am I gonna tell them that? Because it's like, I don't like making excuses as to why you're not doing something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're not posting, everybody has lives. So it's like, what you gonna do? So I didn't say anything, but it was just really rough to find the motivation to do it. And on top of that, a lot of y'all know that I'm in school getting my doctorate. So I'm at the last stage where I'm doing my dissertation. And at this current moment, I don't have any more classes to do. So if you all are familiar with the doctoral process, then you'll know that once you're done with your classes, you're doing your dissertation, and doing the dissertation means that you're doing your research and essentially you're writing a novel, okay? And it's a lot of back and forth with your chairs to get approval for certain things, get approval on your topics. So it's kind of like a give and take. So I'll give you something, you say no. I give you something, you say yes. I give you something, you say no. So it's not a specific timeline. And to get your doctorate, I want to say you can take up to 8 years. So I'm nowhere near the 8-year mark. I'm about halfway there. I think this is my 4th year working on my doctorate. So I can be done this year, or I can be done in 2026. I don't know. I'm just going to take it day by day and work on it as best as I can, because I know a lot of you all wanted updates on that. I'm still enrolled in school. I'm still doing research. it's a slow process because I'm not writing as fast as I was, because I'm not as focused on it as I was, if I'm being completely honest, just because my mental space has to come back down and allow me to refocus and realign myself on that goal. So I'm still working on it. So all that was going on in addition to me trying to maintain my relationship. I'm in a relationship and I like to maintain my friendships because my friendships are dear to me. But you know, all of that is something that takes time to cultivate and make sure that you're nurturing. So on a day-to-day basis, I feel like I just haven't taken the time for me, and I need to do something for me in 2022 and really realign myself with what my purpose is, what I want to do, what my long-term goals are. And I still see YouTube as a long-term goal of mine, to continue to post, to continue to educate, to continue to review products. But sometimes I might have to step away just because I am such a perfectionist with my channel. I never want anybody to come to my channel and feel like I'm just putting out stuff to put out stuff. I really work hard on all of my videos, and that's why I had to skip a couple of days of Vlogmas, because I know for one day I filmed 6 videos in one day because I was coming down to the nitty-gritty and I wanted to have certain content up on certain days. So I did 6 different looks, 6 different videos. I filmed for, I want to say 13 or 14 hours straight, and I was literally exhausted, you know? But to me, it was like a good exhaustion because I felt empowered afterwards a little bit, you know, because I still enjoy doing YouTube and creating the content, but it definitely took a toll because I wanted to make sure that I had enough content that I wanted to post before I left for the holidays, because like I said, my family doesn't live here. The only person who lives in the Middle Tennessee, Nashville area is me and my boyfriend. So I spend the holidays with them, and I don't live close, so it's not really feasible for me to be running back and forth down the interstate to film another video. So I need to make sure I have all my videos that I need to have before I leave. So I spent a few days of my holiday break editing, and I didn't really take that time. So when all this stuff happened and we all got on Maria, and I was like, honey, I need to stop. I need to sleep for as long as I need to sleep. I need to watch as many movies as I need to watch. And me and my grandparents watched a lot of movies. We chilled a lot. We made sure we ate good food. We were taking our vitamins. We were really pressing reset. And like I said, I'm so glad that we are all doing so much better. I have so much content that I need to post, but I just couldn't do it. I could not open the computer. I could not work. My mental was just not clear enough to do it. So I just took the time. And I still want to post my content that I have filmed. A few of the videos that I filmed have Christmas decor in the back. Not really holiday content, but it just has holiday decor in the back. I still wanted to post some of those videos because they're great videos and I worked really hard on them. And in addition to that, I've been telling you all that I have so much content on backlog that I've had for about 2 years now. And some of the videos, I'm just going to trash them. They are too old, and sometimes I watch videos from 2 years ago. Honestly, all the time I watch videos from last year, year before last, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't like that. And that's because I'm really type A and I'm very hypercritical of even my own work, and I'm always trying to improve things. So some of the videos, they just don't meet my standards for today, so I'm just not gonna post them. But a lot of them still do, and I have about 40 videos that I have to decipher whether or not I'm gonna post the content. But some of the videos, if I do post, it'll be from my old location. This is my new location. Anytime you see this background, this is my new filming space. And anytime you see the old background, that's my old filming space. I no longer live there, but I still have videos that I filmed there. Good content that I think that you all would enjoy, and I would like to still post it if you all are interested in watching and supporting. So let me know. This year, I would like to do things a little bit differently, because I think that it's time for a change. And I've been doing this thing for a long time. I started posting on YouTube in 2010, so this year will be my 12th year on the platform. Ooh. The old things that I want to bring back are, I want to bring back my sense of communication with you all, because before I was really engaged with the comments And I really enjoyed talking to you all and just building that sense of community, like I said. And I feel like over the past 2 years, even though I've been more active on the internet, you know, doing lives all throughout 2020, I was doing 3-4 lives a week easily, just to give you all some sort of entertainment and company during a time where a lot of you all were isolated. You know, I was talking to you all through the live streams, but my comments on my regular videos, I really couldn't keep up with it. And even still now during Vlogmas, so many of you all leave me so many beautiful comments and I read them all. But I really want to spend more time talking back with you all, you know. And what it comes down to is time management, scheduling time. And I feel like I have so much on my plate that I would decide to edit another video versus talking in the comment section. And I really want to prioritize that this year because I think it's really important to have that connection with you all. And I feel like that really makes a difference in you all getting to know me and vice versa. So that's something that I really want to work on, because initially when I started my channel, I would respond back to every single comment. That's the beauty of having a really small new channel. You can really talk back to everybody who watches and supports you. And I'm not gonna promise that today. I'm not because I already know that that's not feasible all the time. You know, sometimes on videos I get less comments and it's easier to write back, but being realistic, I can't respond back to every single comment, but I can respond back to a good amount of them. And I just want you all to know that even if I don't respond back, I have read it and I appreciate you all writing me those beautiful comments. And I like to highlight them in my favorites videos, but last year my favorites videos were few, far, and in between because I just really couldn't get on a good schedule. But I try my best and I really want to refocus and align and do that. And what I want to do new is just basically share a little bit more of me, because I honestly, like I said, I'm an introverted extrovert. I'm a shy person, kind of, even though I'm outgoing, but it's just hard for me to just talk about my feelings or talk about myself, talk about what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really difficult to do that. But I would like for you all to know me a little bit more on a personal level and talk about more things beyond makeup. So if you all have certain topics or things that you would like for me to incorporate into my content this year, let me know down in the comment section. I will take your feedback into consideration because I have focused on makeup for such a long time now. I feel like that's something that I know like the back of my hand, but I would like to explore more things because I'm not just a person who likes makeup. That is one facet of me. I like a lot of different things. So if you all are open to watching and supporting the content, then I'm open to making it. I think this is the year where I really hone in on what my channel is going to be, because this is the 12th year, like I said, that I've had this channel. And I want to thank all of you all who have been on this ride with me thus far, because I have so much more that I want to do. And it's so crazy to think that I've been doing this for 12 years because it doesn't seem like it. Those years really fly by. I'm open to new things. I'm wanting to grow on this platform. I want to make the statement here that I want to continue educating you all about different products. I want to share my wealth of knowledge as a makeup artist of over 15 years in the industry, because I have done so many different faces, worked with so many different skin types, and been in so many different situations. And I know that I have that experience to bring to my channel to help you all better understand makeup, and especially luxury makeup as it pertains to people of color, because that is something that I'm truly passionate about. And in the beginning, I don't feel like I really made that clear. I just set out to do luxury beauty reviews, and as a black woman, I just felt like other people would get it. At the time especially, there wasn't really anybody doing it, But instead of people getting it, I was faced with a lot of backlash of people just feeling like I'm spending a lot of money for no reason and not necessarily looking at my channel as a resource for people of color and black people to come and see reviews on products that other people really weren't talking about. You know, because back then it really wasn't in to talk about luxury things, even though I feel like everybody deserves a luxurious experience. And I just want to make that clear. So I really felt like I could help somebody out there who was interested in these products. So that's why I started to do reviews in the way that I did. So I coupled that with the fact that I've been doing makeup for such a long time to be able to help you all feel more confident in your makeup techniques and feel more confident buying and purchasing these products, especially since a lot of these products are not cheap. I would love to grow to be able to help more people. And you all know that when creators reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, there's a certain level of validation that you receive in getting your plaque and really feeling like your hard work has paid off. And even though that is a goal of mine, I do want you all to know that I appreciate those of you all who are here now. Those of you all who click and watch my videos now, who click like now, who comment now. I can name so many of you all who are such avid supporters of mine, and I love you all so much because it really keeps me going and it really motivates me to come back to YouTube after all these years, because y'all know I have been through some things on my channel, but because I have y'all's love and support, it really motivates me to come back. And through the darkest moments, I'm so grateful to have had my channel to express my love for makeup and share that with you all and have you all share it with me. But I just wanted to give you all an update on what was going on in my life, because from time to time I may have to take a little break, but you know, as long as you all are watching and supporting, I will be back. And as it stands right now, I'm back. So look for new videos from me. I have all the things that I'm ready to share and talk about, so I can't wait to share and talk about it with you all. And if you all have any ideas or comments, questions, concerns, please feel free to leave it down in the comment section. And I thank you all for watching and checking on me and loving me, because it truly means the world to me that even though most of you all have never met me in person, that you all care enough about me to reach out to see how I'm doing. You know, just look for me. And if you all want to keep up with me outside of YouTube, make sure you are following me on Instagram, because during the time where I wasn't here on YouTube, I was still posting on Instagram a little bit. Just a touch, because your girl did have a birthday in between the hiatus, so I did make a birthday post. Although I didn't look like that on my birthday. That was a look from when I was doing Vlogmas. I was saving the picture in my little picture bank, and I was like, let me post that for my birthday. So thank y'all also for the birthday wishes. But anyways, I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super soon. Smooches. Bye.